Hi, I'm Sabrina, and first of all, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch and get to know about this project. We have been working on it for almost a year now, and we are really proud with all the results we have achieved so far. Argentina is a country that has a procurement system that is weak in many aspects, but mainly we see that in terms of integrity that there's a lot of work to do. With that as a context, imagine how the pandemic of COVID-19 affected the whole country and this system. After the appearance of the first cases of COVID-19 in Argentina, the national government declared a state of emergency and adopted measures to streamline public procurement. But with an already inefficient system in terms of integrity and transparency, the measures adopted worsened the situation by increasing the margins of discretion of the authorities, decreasing accountability, and delaying the publication of information related to the pandemic. This has a direct impact on the guarantee of basic rights such as health and access to social protection. Although Argentina invested millions of dollars in emergency purchases, faced with the need to cover medical supplies and hospital equipment urgently, irregularities were also quickly detected in these processes. We're talking about overpricing in the millenary purchases of food for the most vulnerable sectors carried out by the authorities responsible of social development. Another case was the purchase of utilities labeled as an emergency for COVID-19 that actually were not medical supplies, but spare car parts, computer antivirus, and moreover. So why have we created the observatory? From Poder Ciudadano, we are looking to improve the integrity of public procurement based on parameters of open information, transparency, and accountability. The main objective of this observatory was, and still is, to detect risk of misappropriation of funds and possible acts of corruption through concomitant social control. It is the only open data portal that monitors emergency public purchases at the national level in Argentina, and its information was used by supreme audit agencies, civil society organizations, and journalists for its potential to detect irregularities in public procurement to address the health and social emergency. So, with an accessible and friendly format for citizens with centralized and reliable information, the observatory aims to provide citizens, civil society, and journalists with the necessary tools to carry out an effective control of the purchases made by the national state to guarantee fundamental human rights. As you can see, here is a website developed to showcase all the available data that anyone can download, interact, or play with. And so, what's the impact we have had so far? It had a significant impact on the media, the public agenda, and civil society organizations in Argentina. It is now considered a best practice in social monitoring of integrity systems. As a result, some of the organizations replicated the experience in their own jurisdictions, initiating their own projects for monitoring and control of procurement and contracting. The public sector also echoed the results of the observatory, being the starting point for the establishment of spaces for dialogue with authorities to promote greater transparency in procurement. We also see the impact and potential of this project in terms of scalability, replicability, and sustainability. Scalability, as the methodology developed, has become an excellent means of monitoring and evaluating the integrity and effectiveness of national public procurement, and expand its scope both geographically and in the different phases of the procurement cycle, emergency or regular. Replicability, as a proposed procedure is highly adaptable to other jurisdictions and instruments can be appropriated by civil society or civic spaces. And sustainability, having regular channels of dialogue generated with national and provincial authorities and networks. Finally, here we have our next big challenge, monitoring the distribution of vaccines to deal with COVID-19. Because only through social control of the effective arrival of vaccines to those who need the most, integrity fulfills its true function, guaranteeing the full exercise of fundamental human rights in equality and equity. Thank you all for watching, and we invite you to support our project.